Peggy Sullivan is a women's leadership speaker, mindset expert, and founder of the nonprofit organization She Can. She's also the author of the book Happiness is Your Responsibility. Peggy's a strong advocate for utilizing the power of happiness to achieve personal and professional success. She's won numerous awards and honors, including the 2019 Woman in Leadership Award from New York State. Peggy Sullivan.
When I was a little girl, there were certain four-letter words that were not allowed. And if they slipped out, they meant a bar of ivory soap in the mouth and blowing soap bubbles the rest of the night. And still, there are four-letter words that stress me out. Busy is a four-letter word that totally stresses me out. And yet, when I try to think of somebody who isn't over the top busy, I really can't think of anybody. We've got work, we've got our personal lives, we've got so many things to do on our thing to do list. Cut the grass, grocery shop, take the garbage out. We are so overscheduled. Why do we overschedule ourselves? Because busyness is a status symbol. It's a sign of importance. I am so busy. Aren't I important? Or that doctor is so good. I cannot get in to see him for 10 months. So he must be really, really good. It's so easy to get caught up in busyness, isn't it? I mean, we love to get stuff done, but there's a downside. And the downside is that all of this busyness results in poor mental and physical health. And yet, when you look at the mood of the country, everybody's so busy. Are they happy? According to a recent study, only 5% of the respondents in the country said that they were consistently, contently happy. So, what does that mean? 95% of us are unhappy? So, I guess being busy doesn't necessarily mean we're happy, but yet we all want to be happy, don't we? And according to Mental Health America, when we're happy, we live longer, it lowers anxiety and stress, and it promotes heart health. I call that the good stuff. And don't we all want more of the good stuff? And then there's time management, right? Time management is a billion-dollar industry that has us chasing that magic bullet to get more done in less time. But yet, everybody I know doesn't have enough time. And that same study I just mentioned, 7 out of 10 people said they did not have time for what was important to them. I get it though. I mean, there was a time in my life where I was all about eat, work, sleep, repeat. I can remember one day coming home from work exhausted. So I grabbed some kibbles for the cat and some pistachio nuts for myself. And I must have fallen asleep on the couch. And all of a sudden, I woke up to a horrible noise. It was the cat throwing up pistachio nuts and me realizing I had eaten a whole handful of cat food without knowing it. Yeah, that business thing, it was not working for me. So, if busyness and time management aren't working, what does? Well, I suggest you try something that's called values driven lifestyle. You get back to your core values. You uncover the 3 to 4 things that really make you happy and give you joy. And you may say, values seem like a very obtuse thing, right? So I'll Google it. You can Google most anything. But if you Google and try to get to your values, they may look good, but you're really not going to get to the 3 or 4 things that really make you happy and make you feel alive. The process that I suggest and is working well for me is to take a step back and think about the times in your life that you felt proud, accomplished, really good. Those reoccurring themes, Those things, my friends, those are your values. So, what do I mean? Let me give you an example. Personally, one of my core values is doing hard things. I love a good challenge. I can remember when I ran my first marathon, I was 50 plus years old. I trained in a Buffalo winter. I ran in 3 feet of snow and I only trained for 2 months. And yet, I wanted to quit over and over again. But crossing that finish line was one of my proudest moments. And that's because I love doing hard things. Doing hard things is one of my personal core values. So, what I'm suggesting to you is that you shift focus from this busyness time management thing because honestly, it's not working. And you move over to more quality of life through values management. And there are two reasons why you should do this. The first is really obvious. When you do what you value, you're happy because it gives you joy. And the second reason, over the last couple of years, we have all been living a life where we've lost a lot of control. The pandemic, gun violence, inflation, so many things going on that have been outside our control. But when you choose to live a life based on your values, you get control back and you get to create an oasis around the things that you value and that are important to you. So, what I'm suggesting, my friends, is get off that busy treadmill. It's not working, and start to look at leading a values driven life. It is game changing. It has worked for me and worked for so many other people. If you want to learn more about it, check me out. And by the way, do you live a values driven life? Do you know what your 3 or 4 core values are? You should, because, my friends, it is game changing.